Welcome to another episode of Hypnosis Insights with hypnotist John Cerbone. I'd like to talk to you about a session I do quite a bit. It's called Breakup Survival. Quite often as a hypnotist, I get people who will contact me by telephone or email, and they'll say to me, "Can you help me forget this person I broke up with? I want to eradicate them from my memory permanently." I recall seeing a famous celebrity, now deceased. His daughter had broken up in a relationship with someone, and she was trying to find a competent hypnotist to give her amnesia, to make her permanently forget this fella she was involved with. We can induce temporary levels of forgetfulness in a person, but sooner or later that person you were involved with will pop back into your mind. So when I'm doing that kind of a session, one of the things I look to do before the person even comes in, as I'm doing the intake work, is to find out what it is they're looking to achieve and to help them achieve their goals through hypnosis. Now, one of the points I'm going to make here is this. When you were a child, perhaps you had a doll or a toy car or something, or a truck, that was your favorite thing in the world. Or maybe it was a bicycle. Whatever your favorite toy was, it was the most impressive, amazing thing, and you loved it more than any other toy that you had, and it was your most valuable possession. Well, perhaps now as an adult you're watching this YouTube video and you're wondering, I wonder what that toy was. What color was that bicycle? Whatever became of that? Is it still back at my family's house? Did it get thrown out? Did some family member give it to somebody down the block? Or is it gone? Or is it in a garbage dump someplace? Where is this toy? What happened to that doll? Is the head still on the doll? I've met some women that have had these dolls where the head seems to be missing and that kind of thing. It's not important to you anymore. It's not exactly on the forefront of your consciousness or your thoughts. I have a toy from when I was born, basically, this little stuffed animal rabbit, and it had buttons for eyes. I've seen pictures of it when it was whole in one piece. It had a little rubber snout on it, and I found it in a box recently. My mother had set it aside for me, and when I was little, they took the eyes off the rabbit, so they took the little buttons off. They were afraid it was going to gnaw on it and swallow one of the buttons and choke. So the rabbit never had any eyes, as far as I knew. And then I started teething, as a child. And I think I gnawed the front end off that rabbit's snout. So the rabbit just had this horrible hole in its face and no eyes. And it's gotten it was just like a light green color. And now it's like brown and, old and really messed up. And again, perhaps when I was a little boy, that was probably my favorite toy. I was told it was like my favorite thing. I wouldn't walk anywhere. When I was learning how to walk, the thing was always nearby me. It was in my hand. I really loved that little toy rabbit, but now it's in a box someplace, or it's up on a shelf somewhere, or just a dim memory from my past. Well, the same way those things of your childhood fade into the past is an idea about overcoming a breakup. If you broke up with somebody 15, 18, 25 years ago, they're not as important to you as somebody perhaps as you broke up with in the last couple of days or a couple of minutes. So consequently, what I do talk about is the idea of working in a session for somebody who's trying to deal with their broken heart issues, as if, while they're in hypnosis, I'm giving this suggestions along the line of that it's as if this session has put this 25 or 32 years into the past, and it's so long ago, and so much less important to you, and just a memory now in the back of your mind where perhaps you're remembering the good and not so much the tragic. And when I bring a person up from hypnosis with similar suggestions to that, well, it's not a burning pain in their heart anymore. It's not an empty hole in their stomach. That hole in their life seems to be closed up and so much less important. And that's the work that hypnotist professionals around the world are actually performing these days in private sessions. That we're all about helping people achieve their goals and perhaps move on from a place they've been stuck in the mud somewhere to a better place, an inspired place, a happier place, a better place, a more empowered them, for a more empowered life, for a more empowered every aspect of their life, to live a better dream, a better day, a better night, a better way, a better them. So, this is the work that a modern hypnotist does. This is the work that every hypnotist out there is doing. We're not really swinging watches. We're not vampires and all this other crazy stuff you see with hypnosis. We're trained professionals doing a job in a profession that's helping heal people. in body, heart, mind, and moving them past a little blockage, a bump in the road, something that may have been devastating, so much less important right now, and usually pretty quickly in many cases. This has been another episode of this show. Please tune in for additional episodes. If you have any questions on hypnosis, please email them to me via my website. There'll be credits at the end of this video. And if you're interested in hypnosis, take a look at the website. It's chock full of information. Find a competent, well-trained hypnotist in your area to see, or take a look at my work on my website, either in person, over the internet, via MP3, or anything else that I do. And please, 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 feel free to ask me questions. And if you're enjoying these videos, tune in and subscribe to my YouTube page. I'd love to have you there as a subscriber. Once again, thank you very, very much for watching, and I appreciate you being here. This is another episode of Hypnosis Insights with hypnotist John Cerbone. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.